Today I'm going to show you how to fix your duck feet. What's going on, everybody? It's Blake Bowman here with Gorilla Zen Fitness, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to fix duck feet, also known as externally rotated feet. First of all, if you have duck feet, which is characterized by your feet being externally rotated like that, basically your toes pointing off in, away from each other like this, that is definitely something that you want to fix because it's a mechanical misalignment that could be predisposing you to knee injuries. Now, in order to address this, the first thing you're going to want to look at is the feet themselves, okay? If your arch, the arch of your foot is really dysfunctional, tight, and collapsed, that can set you up for this, okay? So make sure you address that first. I made a video on how to deal with flat feet a long time ago. You can check that out right over here. After you've taken care of the feet themselves, we're going to bring our attention up to the muscles of the hip, okay? Specifically the muscles in your lower butt area, like right here, okay? These are the external rotators of the leg bone, okay? They're responsible for turning your leg bones out like this into external rotation. When those suckers get really tight and dysfunctional, they torque the legs and turn the femurs outward, causing duck feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little self-myofascial release, a little self-massage, using a softball or a foam roller. Okay, so to release these, like I said, you can use a softball, a foam roller. This is a massage ball. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to get into those external rotators of the hip. Okay, you don't have to know them, the names of them, but you just need to know where they are generally, okay? And they're in this area of your butt, okay? Not up here, not on top of here, down here, kind of off to the side a little bit, and down low on your low butt cheek here, okay? One of the muscles that is particularly problematic in this is the piriformis, okay? But like I said, with your foam roller or with a ball, you can use any type of ball for this. It doesn't really matter as long as it's somewhat hard and dense. You're going to get that area of your body right on top of the ball here, okay? And you're basically just going to roll around like this, looking for tightness, okay? I have this issue with my left leg only, and I get super tight right in this area, okay? So basically you're going to do exactly what I'm doing to about, anywhere one set of like 2 minutes, like that. Something in that range. You're looking for trigger points, areas that hurt a lot more than others. You'll know when you're on the right muscles because this whole area, if you have this duck footed stance, you're going to be really tight in there. So for me, I could definitely feel it. If you want to make this more intense, you can stack your foot on top like this. This will kind of move some of the tissue out of the way and let you get into the piriformis even deeper. But yeah, spend like 2 minutes on both sides doing this, okay? Looking for trigger points, and if you find trigger points, an area of tissue or muscle that hurts more than others, stay on it. Leave that direct pressure on there for, at least 30 seconds before you move to like a little, other space next to the trigger point, okay? So when you find those trigger points, be like a heat-seeking missile, stay on them. Another area you can get is the kind of like lateral hamstring area here, just behind the knee right here, okay? You might also be tight in there. This is how I like to release it. Put my leg down, get my other arm stacking on top, press down, and lift the hips up, okay? Try to relax the leg as you do this, but spend some time in these tissues right here behind the knee. Same thing there, 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to strengthen the internal rotators of the hip, specifically the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus, okay, which are a little bit higher up on your butt, like in this area, all right? Like I said, these are internal rotators. They do the opposite of external rotators, okay? And guess what? If your external rotators are really tight and they're turning your feet out, these muscles are probably very weak and possibly long, which is exactly why we're going to strengthen them. And in so doing, we're going to help to create a more neutral environment for both the hip and the knee. It's pretty easy strengthening the external rotators. All you need is a foam roller, a soccer ball, a basketball, basically something just that you want to put between your knees, okay? I'd recommend using a foam roller. You can even probably use a softball for this. You don't want it to be too big. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to put that between your knees. Okay, you want your knees flexed at 90 degrees, knees bent to 90 degrees. Hips can be slightly flexed also, like mine are right now. Basically, you're going to make sure your hips are level and square, knees are stacked on top of one another, and then you're just going to internally rotate the thigh. This is internal rotation, okay? You're just keeping your knees pinched together, raising the heel up like that as high as you can, okay? And basically, this is what you're going to do, okay? You're going to do this each side. This targets the glute medius and the glute minimus. You're going to do about 4 sets of 15 repetitions each side. That's really it, people. Once you address the flat feet, the tight external rotators, and the weak internal rotators, you should find that your feet are less likely to be externally rotated. Now, I do want to kind of end this video by talking about hip variances. Okay, this is something that I've talked about extensively in regards to squat stances and what feels most comfortable and what's optimal for certain people. I've also talked to Dr. Ryan DeBell, my good friend, about this a lot. But basically, some people are going to have, hip alignment variances that are not conducive to having feet straight forward. Okay, that might just feel uncomfortable for some people. Okay, so if you try some of these things that I've talked about in this video and they're not really making a big difference on you, then you could have a hip variance. I'd encourage you to check out both my podcasts that I recorded with Dr. Ryan DeBell, as well as my video describing these hip variances. You can check out the description down below for links to that, or you can check right over here somewhere. Other than that, make sure you download my new ebook, Posture, the Ultimate Life Hack. There's a link in the description down below. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, then go down below into the description and hit coaching. Other than that, make sure you follow me on Instagram and like me on Facebook. I'll include links to both of those things in the description down below. I'll see you next time.